Yo, what is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. So there's been a ton of news happening in the crypto markets. We're hearing about some unbelievable crypto rug pull scams happening with some other influencers in the YouTube industry. We also got the price of Bitcoin moving relatively sideways, but a ton of news. And on top of that, we do got to talk about Robinhood because they're going to IPO soon, meaning you can invest into Robinhood. Even though Robinhood's used to invest, y'all know what I mean. Anyways, we're going to talk about whether or not that might be a viable option and what the consensus on the overall crypto industry has been with regards to all these information reports coming out. Alrighty, guys. So the overall global crypto market cap today is sitting at $1.37 trillion or a 0.85% increase over the last day. The total crypto market volume is down 11.47% or down to a total of $78.39 billion. Bitcoin's dominance is currently at 45%, just a slight increase since yesterday. And as you can see with most cryptocurrency prices in the market, we're not seeing too much volatility and too much movement at all, where within even the top 50 coins that we're seeing right now, it's about a 2 to maybe 5% increase that we're seeing with, for example, Cosmos. But for the most part, everything is relatively within the range of maybe down to up 1%. So Bitcoin today is at $33,000. Ethereum is down just a little bit, but still up overall in the last 7 days, which is still a very good news for this cryptocurrency and where we are right now. With Ethereum, there is a lot of news with regards to the hard fork, Ethereum Classic making some adjustments, and then also the fact that we're getting more reports and data about how many individuals are moving over into the proof of stake mechanism where they can get more involved in validating this cryptocurrency. So if you guys just did not comprehend what I said, with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is proof of work where you can mine this cryptocurrency and you get rewarded and you allow these processing transactions to go through. Pretty much like whenever we think about using PayPal or Venmo, you don't pay an upfront fee, but on the back end, there's always a fee going on. With cryptocurrency, in order for this to work, you have to pay the miners who pretty much allow these transactions to go through. We have been hearing a whole bunch of FUD and a lot of fake news about how proof of work is not good for the environment. Aside from that, there are advantages of proof of stake: speedier, quicker. You can make adjustments to make it cheaper. So that's why I believe Ethereum is making those necessary upgrades. DeFi coming up like crazy. We saw NFTs. I mean, we're still seeing a lot of these markets actually come back up right now. The data is showing that there's a lot of inflow of money going back into digital art and those NFT tokens. So it's really interesting to see right now. Ethereum is having that boost in price. It is up 13%. If you guys did time the bottom, that is still not a bad return in the last 7 days at all. But what's really interesting is Ethereum is past $2,000 and we are consolidating here, meaning anytime you guys are trying to pick up money, trying to get a deal, and you're not trying to risk your money on any of these scam tokens out here, these rug pulls, which we will talk about in this video. Ethereum, for the most part, anytime it dips below $2,000, $1,900, $1,800, even $1,700, I still see that as a good deal, because what we're seeing is that we are finding a floor with this top cryptocurrency. There's enough of a volume in here. There's enough of a market cap for it to not completely tank. And we are also seeing that whenever Bitcoin does go for a bumpy ride and we reach new floors and new support levels, that is when it gets quickly scooped up by a lot of these institutions. So people are scared that Bitcoin is going to go down to 17, 18, 19. There's no fear at all that I personally have with this cryptocurrency, because if it does go down any lower, we know immediately I'm either buying and making a quick swing trade, because it's either going to go very quick to the top or other whales are going to end up doing that instead. So, if Bitcoin goes down lower, I just don't see a reason to panic. It's another opportunity to enter into this investment and make more money. And if Bitcoin trades sideways, there's nothing to stress about either. If Bitcoin hits new all-time highs, that is obviously really good news. So for the overall crypto market, if you are a new investor and you don't know what's going on, sometimes it's okay to just take a step back and realize the developments are going to happen. And while these short-term TAs play itself out, I believe even in the long-term run, even if we continue to consolidate, we still are getting tremendous amounts of data and news that are just going to keep pushing Bitcoin to the upside. So we'll be going over a lot of the articles that came out, and I'm also going to be talking about what we really need in the world in order for Bitcoin to push past these resistance levels where we're not even breaking $40,000 right now. So stay tuned for that, because it's going to be very eye-opening and it's going to be a gauge on what you should do as a retail investor to find success in this market. market as well. All right, guys. So on top of that, we've been having a lot of top crypto gainers today. So check this out. Kitten token up 12,142%. So this is a crypto that is obviously a low cap altcoin. The volume is tremendously low, scary low, $166,000. That is some people's annual salary every year. And you'll see that within the past day, we've been having this crypto pumping. And I thought this was going to be the pump right here, but it happened to pump again. I'd be very careful about any of these cryptocurrencies that pump this hard, because anytime we get a pump, it always gets followed by a dump. So I am in no way, shape, or form shilling this cryptocurrency. I have no position in it, but I just want to give recognition that there are altcoins on this market that are still making some tremendous amount of gains. And you can see on the top gainers, we do have cryptocurrencies that are pumping couple 100% just in a single day, but check how low some of the volume is, $51,000. So it's very dangerous. It's very risky to get into these coins, but it doesn't mean that the whole altcoin pump and dump schemes are coming to a slowdown, even if Bitcoin is consolidating. So if you had put $100 into this altcoin right here before they pumped up, you'd be at $12,000+ right now with that type of pump. Now, alongside that is going to be the top losers. Always be careful of this, you guys. Check this out. Atlantic Finance, all these other altcoins in the market, they're down 90%, 60%. Anytime you see cryptos falling this much, it is definitely very scary. But what you'll realize too with a lot of these cryptos is that they're going to be in the 0.001 cents or 0.0000001. You know, they're gonna bring that decimal as much as they can, and all of them, for the most part, have the same exact principle or idea as a project. They're trying to revolutionize the space. Most of the time, you do have to use MetaMask or Uniswap or any other type of platform in order to purchase some of these lower cap altcoins, because for the most instance, you're not going to be able to find any of these listed on Coinbase, Crypto.com, or any of the top exchanges. Sometimes Binance does hold these, but it really comes down to a case-by-case basis. You'll notice that Baby Shiba, Polkadot, Jindo, Inu, I mean, a lot of these cryptos are on here related to some type of animal, similar to knockoffs of Dogecoin, or what they would consider better improvements of Dogecoin. So we just got to see what happens with this altcoin market. But anytime Bitcoin trades sideways or even goes up, we do see that money flow back into these very risky altcoins. I think as time goes on and Bitcoin, if it does slide again, they're going to get wiped out completely. So I would be careful about this, but there is still money to be made here. I would just personally would never be investing into these altcoins. I just know that there is opportunity there, and you should always keep your doors open just in case for that. On top of that, you guys, esports team Faze Clan punishes player for alleged crypto scam. So if you have not heard about this, this is probably one of the craziest stories that I've heard with regards to the crypto space. And this is so crazy. I feel like we're finally going to get more additional regulation from the SEC or FINRA or whatever institution wants to come in here and say enough is enough. I think this might just be the catalyst in the next coming weeks and the next coming months. If you don't know what Faze Clan is, this is actually one of the largest esports organizations. And I actually watched Faze growing up as a kid, and I was always so entertained by their principles and the brand that they built. And they've done some pretty crazy collaborations too. So they actually recently had a few members, including other celebrities or influencers like Ricegum and Summer Rae, going into promoting a coin called Save the Kids coin. So pretty much what happened was a lot of these influencers bought these coins or entered pre-sale before they were listed on the market, and they sold almost immediately, almost just dumping this coin all the way down to the dirt, where they were promoting it to their users. They were coming out with tweets about it saying, hey, you got to invest into Save the Coin. Here's our Save the Coin. You know, it's the best thing ever. There's so many issues and so many problems that came about this entire story, but you just have to realize that there are influencers who have millions of people following them. They take advantage of their followers and say, invest into this coin because it's going to help the token. It's going to help the kids for whatever reason. And as soon as their followers invest, they sell it, thus reducing the price, and then claiming that they had no idea what they did. So Faze actually said, look, man, this is crazy. We know how messed up this is. And they actually came out with a statement. So they said that they actually removed Faze K, one of the guys involved in this, and they actually suspended a few more Faze members in their clan. So it's crazy to hear that this has happened. But I think overall, this could be good news only because we're going to see more regulation and awareness around these type of pump and dumps. But it could also be bad news, obviously, especially for anyone who invested into those coins and had their idols and their influencers dump it on them. So messed up too, and so messed up that they use the fact that they call this Save the Kids. I don't know which kids they saving out here. There was no correlation with that. So definitely very crusty, very dirty. And yeah, I'll make sure that at least on the finance side, I know there's some finance YouTubers with smaller channels that do this type of behavior too. But for the most part, Brian Jung and company shall hold the peace, and you will never see me promoting Save the Kids token and dumping it on my people. Anyways, I also want to talk about Robinhood revealing an $11.6 billion in crypto holdings ahead of landmark IPO. So Robinhood is looking to go public. We've been talking about this for a year or two. If you guys had no idea, I actually had a partnership with Robinhood, an exclusive deal prior to the AMC GME collapse where they prevented traders from trading, and I was doing a live stream, and it was crazy time because Robinhood told me I couldn't promote any other platforms. I said, all right, you know what? Here's the deal. We worked it out. But then, before they decided to shut down the trades, I thought it was going to be a great partnership leading up to the end of the year. But they were nice enough to let me go from that exclusive contract, and they realized how many mistakes they made. So they told me early on that they were going public. It's finally coming about. I know that there are a lot of retail investors who are looking to short this position because they are not happy with Robinhood. So Robinhood has been getting a lot of beef in the news lately. First of all, what comes with IPOs are these companies that have to give very in-depth reports talking about how much money they made. So we actually learned that Robinhood has an $11.6 billion amount in crypto holdings. Just try to take that in that's a lot of money that Robinhood has accrued from retail investors, probably starting out in the stock market and then learning about other coins like Dogecoin and then investing in it there. So you'd be surprised about how much money that they made from Dogecoin and all the transaction fees. We'll talk about that soon too, because all the report is out. In this article, they also state the pandemic boom in meme stocks and crypto helped Robinhood pull in $7.5 million in profits on $959 million in revenue for 2020, according to its S1 filing with the SEC. Robinhood intends to raise up to $100 million as part of its IPO process and will list its shares on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol HOOD. It would be hilarious if Robinhood actually made their ticker symbol something like Rob or Robbing or Robin. So I think they purposely went ahead and made sure it was like Hood or something that couldn't be used as a meme, because many people have been memeing the crap out of Robinhood in the past few months. So 17% of Robinhood's overall revenue came from crypto trading, and that 34% of that, around 6% of the total, came from Dogecoin. Robinhood described this situation as a risk if demand for transactions in Dogecoin declines and is not replaced by new demand for other cryptocurrencies. So here's a breakdown of Robinhood's revenue for quarter one. Options is 38%, equities is 25%, and cryptocurrencies went up to 17%. So I know whenever you trade cryptocurrencies on Robinhood, all you see is the front end. You don't think you're paying a fee, but they do collect their transaction fee. They just throw it into the price of the crypto. So it doesn't seem like you're paying any type of additional transaction fee, but trust me, they are taking their piece of the pie. And Robinhood has been benefiting a lot from the recent crypto craze as well. And on top of that, Robinhood's crypto new COO Christine Brown has grand plans for trading apps crypto services. So as you guys know, with Robinhood, you actually don't have the ability to transfer your crypto out. If you invest in there, you have to sell it in there and then transfer it back into fiat or US dollars and then transfer that into your bank account. If you're using Coinbase or crypto.com, link down below in the description, what you can do is purchase that crypto and then transfer it to another wallet. So that's the whole purpose of crypto. It looks like Robinhood is trying to add those additional services. So staking, lending, adding crypto transfer. So if I buy crypto or if I buy Bitcoin on Robinhood, I will have the chance to send that out to any peers in the world or any other wallets that you may have. Mark Cuban also went ahead and commented on this, and he said, if Robinhood and Vlad probably doesn't like to hear me say this, if Robinhood makes Doge easy to spend via Robinhood, Robinhood will crush it and Dogecoin will have a spectacular future. Now, the whole idea of why Cuban is saying this is because there's a large majority of Dogecoin being held on Robinhood, and if people are able to use that more often for what it's meant to be used, whether it's a currency or they just want to trade it among friends, that will boost Dogecoin Dogecoin because more people will use it, more people will talk about it. There will actually be a more utilitarian fashion behind Dogecoin. So a lot of people are thinking like Dogecoin is dead, because the price action hasn't been crazy. The peak was definitely SNL, and since then, Dogecoin is still sitting at 24 cents right now. Not much movement in the market at all, but I do believe even with people like Elon Musk who are tweeting about it, we're not seeing crazy pumps. So we're seeing that Elon's power has been declining a lot. He recently tweeted about another altcoin called BabyDoge. That didn't do well. I think I have that tab right here. So Elon Musk tweeted about BabyDoge a little while ago. The pump wasn't that crazy. So his tweet was literally BabyDoge, do. All right. We saw the price go up a little bit, but overall it's been fairly stagnant within the industry. It's nice to hear that we can still get a little bit of influence with tweets pumping up these prices. Whoever has invested in them will be making a pretty penny. But for the most part, I think if you're trying to stay focused, stay with the top coins. Don't worry about these meme tokens at all. Find the coins that I've talked about a lot on my channel. I love Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, the top guys, Polygon. And over the long term, they will have much less risk and they will still give you a significant amount of reward because of all the progress they're making in revolutionizing the crypto space. All right, with all that being said, we got to talk about the main cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and all the news that we've heard. So SEC Commissioner Hester Price on a Bitcoin ETF said, "I thought we would already have approved one or more of them. With each passing day, the rationale that we have used in the past for not approving seems to grow weaker." This is really good news, and this is going to go into one of the points that I mentioned earlier in this video about some of the catalysts that we need, especially for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, to start growing in numbers. We need more ETFs. We need more approvals of ETFs. We need to hear more news about them, where they are, because ETFs are going to give the ability for institutions and hedge funds to start investing into cryptocurrency as well. Institutions or hedge funds, whatever it is, they have a lot of capital. They have a lot of customers and clients that are asking them about Bitcoin and saying, "Hey, look, you guys manage my money already. Can you just put it into crypto? I won't even be seeing this money. I already got enough of it." And the issue is we don't have a legit ETF certified in the US yet where it's going to open up that opportunity. So the ETF is really going to be that floodgate that really opens everything up for that institutional and that big money and some more whales to get in the game. But for any independent whales who do the trading for themselves, which is pretty low statistically compared to most people who make a lot of their fortune, will give it to these institutions to manage their wealth for them. The ETF talks. Stay tuned for that. If we get any approved ETFs this year, I can almost guarantee that Bitcoin is going to have a surge in price. It may not happen instantly, but it will open the gates for a lot of these players to start coming in, having these conversations with their financial advisors, and they will be on their way to investing into this crypto, which will help it, which will raise the price, which will help people like us too. On top of that, German law allows $415 billion in investment into crypto to take effect soon. So the law came into effect yesterday, and it said, should every special fund choose to allocate the full 20% in crypto, that would equate to $350 billion or $415 billion US based on the total assets under management of such funds in Germany. Germany's Fund Location Act, introduced in April and approved by Parliament shortly thereafter, permits special funds or special funds to invest as much as 20% of their portfolio in crypto. So what I just mentioned with ETFs, this is pretty much the international aspect where we're getting big money. We're getting the conversations happening where they're saying, okay, y'all can start investing into these special funds or these other alternative assets. On top of that, guys, we have Soros Fund Management, which is now trading Bitcoin. So George Soros' investment operation is also looking at other cryptocurrencies. So if you don't know who George Soros is, he has a net worth of $8.6 billion, and he is what people would call a Sith Lord. It seems like most investors really do not like this guy. So I haven't seen too many people hate on anyone this rich in a very long time. So I think of this guy as like the evil Warren Buffett, where he's also known as the man who broke the Bank of England because he shorted England's currency, and he made a lot of money, which made a profit of $1 billion during the 1992 Black Wednesday UK currency crisis. So with George Soros' investment fund going into the trading of Bitcoin, a lot of people are upset about this because they're afraid he's going to short the crap out of it like he has done with every investment before in the past. I think, if he does decide decide to invest, it's going to be good because he has more money, but you can never trust a guy like this. All right, on top of that, bulls and bears fight over $34,000 Bitcoin price as $445 million options expiry looms. So the Bitcoin bears could take a $31 million lead if Bitcoin falls below $33,000 by Friday's option expiry, but at the moment, both sides are balanced. As you guys can see, with Bitcoin's price, we're sitting at $33,253. It would be really good news for us to see Bitcoin break past 33,000 and we're sitting at above 34,000 because we're going to be seeing some more options expire, which is going to put us more in the green and have a little bit of a boost for the bulls. So if you look at this chart right here, it says the initial picture paints a neutral structure with the neutral to positive call options, open interest dominating by 8% as per the call to put ratio. Out of the $445 million in open interest, $230 million is represented by the neutral to bullish call options, which gives a slight advantage to bulls. However, looking at more granular data provides a different angle. Only 18% of the protective put options have been placed at $33,000 or higher strikes. Therefore, if Bitcoin is trading above that level at 8 a.m. UTC on Friday, only $38 million worth of those neutral to bearish instruments will last. It continues to say, truth be told, both sides have incentives to break this reasonable equilibrium at $34,000. For example, above $35,000 for Bitcoin, bulls advantage increases from $7 million to $57 million, and that could help us spring back out of here and start getting near those near all-time short-term highs of $40,000 plus for Bitcoin. So on my channel, we've been using the Wyckoff accumulation metric to get a better gauge of where we are. Now, one aspect of the Wyckoff accumulation metric is at least knowing where we are in terms of the volume. So I've been keeping a close eye on that, so we're not in the much earlier phases of Wyckoff. So if you don't know too much about TA, it's okay. Just know that we've been accumulating. We've had some failed springs, meaning pretty much literally just think about like a spring where you're bouncing back up. When we don't have the ability to have a successful spring, we see it completely come down and return to normal earth levels of the consolidation range for the most part, because we have been in this declining volume since phase B. If we are exiting phase C and we are still going to phase D, this is going to be the more bullish aspect or the green home run for where we need Bitcoin to go. Around this 5 area range should be near to where we were previously at the $50,000 to $60,000 range. And then after that, we just got to see where we are on the daily charts in terms of the TA to get a better idea of where Bitcoin is headed for the rest of the year. Now, I really don't like to stare at charts all day, but I do like to use it to get a better gauge of where we are in the grand scheme of things and some of the data that we've seen in terms of moving averages and how much volume we're getting with that certain cryptocurrency. With Bitcoin, it's still very important to at least get any type of gauge on the technicals to see where we are headed in the near future. So on top of that, you guys, we have more additional news. Grayscale goes ahead and adds Cardano to its digital large cap fund. So with that type of report, we're also seeing Cardano up 2.56% or still up 5% in the last 7 days. If you don't know what Grayscale is, this is pretty much the largest digital trust or asset manager where you can invest into these cryptocurrencies that's managed by another institution. And you can see most of them are down just because the price of Bitcoin has been going down, but they have now added more to their Cardano position. So this means out of all the other altcoins that they have invested into, with their whole team doing very thorough research, you may think, okay, Cardano might have some very interesting things coming about, especially if they're deciding to add more to it. So keep your eye out on Cardano. They have been making amazing progress, and we've been seeing Ethereum go up, which oftentimes leads to other altcoins that are in the same industry or the same niche or related to it and make improvements upon it. So Cardano would be one of those, and I would not be surprised if Bitcoin goes up, Cardano may have even higher of an explosive growth. Alrighty guys, so that was today's video. Thank you so much again for watching. Today's code word for this video is going to be Robinhood. Comment that down below if you're watching this all the way till the very end. Don't forget to check out the links down below in the description. 2 free stocks with Webull, one valued up to $1,850 after you deposit $100 into the app. Check out BlockFi. Use that link. You'll get a bonus in Bitcoin depending on how much money you deposit into that app, and you'll also be earning up to 9% APY on your crypto holdings. One more thing, if you guys aren't using a VPN, VPN, if you're having trouble accessing some type of crypto platform, or you just want to secure your internet connection, because security is key. You don't want someone picking up your packets or knowing the login to your Facebook. It's a nightmare. Trust me, I've dealt with it this past year. Use a VPN so you're covered and you're secured, and you don't need to worry about any predators lurking on your information. I also have a link for that, which is going to give you 83% off and 3 months free. So I believe it's like $2 a month for this type of security. And you can also watch other Netflix movies. So you can change your region to the UK or wherever you live, and you can get an access to other great TVs and movies and shows for just $2. So I think that's a benefit right there, guys. Thank you all so much again for watching. Like always, stay tuned for the next one. Have a great 4th of July weekend, and hopefully I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.